Welcome to Austria.
60 knots to 40 me. 60 to 40.
Hello there guys, and welcome back to another challenging approach video. This time we are in the wonderful country of Austria. Beautiful day-ish, kind of, a bit of cloud, nothing too in the way of challenging as far as the weather goes. However, the approach is a little bit of a different story. Today we're flying the localizer DME East approach for runway 08, well actually runway 26, but then it's circled to land runway 08. It's a little bit weird. You've seen me do this before on stream, and it resulted in Rob, if you remember Rob Pearson, flying into the side of a mountain. Ron Griffin was also there as well. He managed to do it pretty damn well. I, on the other hand, not so great, but we got down in the end. I will run through with you what I have done. Okay, course on the left and the right is just the localizer course at the moment. We have localizers active in nav 1 and nav 2 on 110.1. The FMC itself, we selected the localizer runway 26 approach, and then we are going to do the rest manually. So, to the fix page. I guess that's the easiest way to explain what I've done. First fix in the queue is Absum. I'll link you the chart below so you can look at what I'm talking about. Absum, you are to leave on a heading of 230, and at that point overhead Absum you should be 4,470 feet, which is already selected on the FMC legs page next to Absum. And from that then you fly towards the Innsbruck NDB even, which is already set here, and then just before the NDB you turn to a heading of 264, and you should be descending to be level at 3,700 feet on that kind of downwindish leg. It's the only way I can describe it. You'll see what I mean. If we go to the plan mode, which is that way, you will see that if I step through and then zoom in, so let's just make this bigger, from Absum, so this is Absum heading 230 to just before Innsbruck, right heading 264, and then at 3.5 miles from the ILS, which is Oscar Echo Victor, we can turn right all the way around onto the runway. Sounds pretty simple. It's not, trust me. It's really difficult. You have to keep the descent as well as the rate of turn. Wow, we're in some nice clouds. Yeah, it's really not easy. So the idea is to hit this approach with what did we do last time? Paro it was, wasn't it? I told you to get slow as soon as you can. I recommend the same for this as well. Don't hit it at 220 knots all the way down the localizer. You will regret it, I promise you. We really want to, in fact, I'm going to employ my own theory, and I'm going to put flap 1 down right now, which will slow us down even further. You do not want to hit this localizer any faster than, I'd say, I don't know, 180. I mean, I feel a little bit too fast right now, but I can slow it down in the 10 or so miles I've got until I start the descent down the ILS. If you hit it too fast, you will pay the price, trust me. We've all been there if you've tried it in the sim. You kind of go, oh, it's only a localizer, I'll maintain 160 until 40 ME. No, you won't, mate. No, you really won't, because you'll slip off the profile and you just won't be able to get back onto it. It's retarded. It's absolutely retarded. But there you go. If you don't listen to me and you end up flying past where you need to be, it's your own fault. I'm going to reset my altitude down to 4,470 feet. So we'll do 4,500 feet. And then we'll let it follow VNAV and LNAV. I'm going to come back even further on the speed. I'm going to use flap 5. If I can click it. For some reason my flaps don't work when I press the button when I've got track IR enabled. But when I turn track IR off, I can use the F keys on my keyboard. Weird. Okay, where's the heading? It's all the way over there, so let's bring it back around and sync it. 3,700 feet is set here as the minimums. If we can't see anything by that time, it's time to disappear out of there as fast as we can. And the missed approach procedure, if you look on the chart, is quite strange. You're basically making a 180 turn back towards Rattenberg and climbing as fast as you can up to, I think it's 9,500 feet. I'll check that for you just now on my other screen. Blah blah blah. Yeah, back to 9,000 feet to enter the holding pattern. Yeah. The aerosoft scenery, as everyone knows, isn't the best on performance, so it may lag a little bit. I can only apologise. Doesn't really matter what sort of system you have, it's going to do the same. Just check all the lights are on. Yeah, that's all fine. Off schedule descent, go away. We don't care about that. Yeah, I mean, it's now just a case of monitoring and flying. Eventually, we'll be turning onto the localizer just in about 1.2 miles, and everything is good to go. I've hidden the yoke because if I have it like this, you can't see, or you can. It just gets in the way a little bit. Maybe I should leave it out for when I do the visual part, but for now it's staying away so I can see what I'm doing. Always remember, keep your heading synced just in case something does go wrong, and then you need to use heading select and get out of there as quick as possible. So, I'll run through the legs with you once again. 905 over Foxtrot Lima 26. Actually, why is it saying flight level 905? I've just realised the forecast. I'm such a moron. The transition level is 115. Okay, that is quite funny. And the QNH is 1028. So now we're actually higher than we need to be. So it's a good job I slowed down early, because now we can compensate. I'll just whack the speed brakes out and let it rush the descent as fast as it possibly can. Please don't make this a nightmare for me. Out intervene it. Actually, if I just flight level change it, I'll bring it down faster. It's okay. We will not let this get the better of us. That's what happens when you don't plan ahead and think you know everything. There we go. We should be okay with this. I guess it's a good point to be made. If stuff like this does happen where, you know, it all seems to go a little bit wrong, just take a look at your scenario and say, you know, can I fix this? Yes. If so, carry on. If you can't, then just go around and, you know, go back and reconfigure. 17 frames I'm getting right now. I do not like this at all. Normally it's locked at 30 and that's how I record, but it's weird. The scenery, when you get closer to it, it's fine. It's just approaching into it is really bad. So you'll see once we kind of pass and turn left over Absam, the frames should stabilize. But right now they're all over the place. 700, 600 feet below profile, but we're gaining it back at quite a nice rate. So we should be okay. Now, I could drop the gear, which I'm going to do, but it'll give us some more drag, and that'll increase our rate of descent even further. Or it should do, but it's not doing, because for some reason the engines have spooled up. But anyway, we're coming right back on profile now, so I'm happy with this. We've got a VREF of 138, so we'll be approaching at 138. Don't need to add any speed on when you're using full flap, according to my sources. Here we go. Right back on profile. I may go back into VNav. I mean, we've only got one more waypoint to go, but 30, 120. Let's do it. We should be okay there. Ah, we're back on schedule. Good stuff. Okay, now with that, I'm actually going to put flap 15 out. Bring the spoilers back. Speed brake. I keep saying spoilers, whatever. Speed brake back in. Let it slow down under its own steam. Now, as far as getting configured for landing goes, by Absum, I would expect you to be 3/4 of the way configured, maybe even fully configured, depending on how brave you want to be. I'm going to kind of go for the 3/4 of the way configured. I'll take the full landing flap when we're on this kind of leg here towards Innsbruck. I'm completely happy with the speed that we're at the moment. So, coming up on Absum now, I'm going to set the heading to 230 with 1 mile to go. Leave it until about 0.7 or 6. And there we go. Heading select. Turn over Absum. I said Habsum then. Alright, we're going to level for a little bit. Now I'm going to reset MCP out to 3,700 feet. And I'm going to vertical speed it at about 600 feet, 700 feet a minute will do. 700, there we go. And we're heading for this mountainside here, and then we fly along this ridge, and then there's a dip in the valley somewhere over here, or in the mountainside over here, and then we fly around. I have no idea how this is going to go. I hate the fact that I'm getting 17 frames, and I have done for the past 20 or so miles. I'm hoping it will stabilize very soon. I might actually need to adjust the heading a little bit, or maybe just turn up a little bit sooner. But you can see now it's just a case of going up this way, then this way, and then all the way around. Should we turn the terrain on? It's probably going to start screaming at me anyway as I get closer. I can't remember if there's a terrain inhibit button on this thing. There probably is, and I just can't see it. Oh wait, it's there. It's there. Yeah! Found it! Okay, good. Now it's not going to scream at us. Right, so there's minimums. We can maintain 3,700 now. And this means that while we're here, we can get into full config, which is just reduced by 1 knot. Which is 137, and then with that, all the flaps can come out. Now we can start the turn gently. 264. I've obviously done something here that it doesn't like. There we go. Right, autopilot can come out. Now it's just a case of flying it manually. I'll take the auto throttle out as well. Now it's this turn that everyone screws up, including me. I'm going to get rid of the flight director. I'm going to reset the altitude to missed approach, so 9,500 feet. That was way higher than it should have scrolled to. And I am going to turn the heading to the other way, so 08 something, 085, 075. There we go. Right. So, 3.5 miles. Well, we're actually at 2 miles at the moment, 2.1. You can see that at the bottom left of the ND, or the bottom right, because I've got it set on both sides. Speed is getting away from us because I didn't pay attention. Life is good. But really, it's fine, because all we need to do is just reduce the power, because I'm using 70% N1. Good job, Matt, good job. Now the dip in the valley is just kind of, I don't know if my mouse cursor is being shown here at the moment, but it's just over this way. I'm going to show you now when I turn, because we're going to fly straight through it. It's just here, you can see it just kind of clears once you get past these bunch of trees on the right. Watch the speed. And we've got to descend down into this. How they manage this in real life is ridiculously complicated. Right, Right, so you want to go down here, and then when you pass this ridge, then you've really got to tank it down. So we'll come back on the speed. Just keep turning it. There's a train. Nice. And here is a runway. A little bit off center line. Speed is okay. Can't make its mind up. Arm spoils now. That should have been done a long time ago, but whatever. This is all that speed management. Now look at this. Look at the difference in speed. When I finished that turn, it was too much, or too little, should I say? And now it's too much. But that's fine because we're a little bit low, so we can use that to our advantage. Lead it right off, or right off. There we go. $300. 300 feet. I'd say that's pretty stable at the moment.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Get down. There we go. We're down. Brakes and reverse. And just going past 40 knots, use manual braking, and we can make this exit. Well, there we go. Glorious approach. Probably a ton of mistakes, but that is part and parcel of being a flight sim and of not knowing how to do things very well. And that was a ridiculously bad turn. Anyway, we're done here, I think. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you took something from it. If you have any suggestions or improvements, or just want to say good job, or you're bad at life, or the usual hater comments, then feel free to do so below the video. Thank you very much for watching. Facebook.com/BellinsHD if you want to go and get some more info or contact me, because it seems it's impossible to keep up to date with everyone with this new Google Plus integration. Also Twitter if you fancy it. Anyway, until next time, take care all, and see you later. Bye.